So while we talking about the NFL, let's get
I guess
into
I
it,
gave it away.
guys.
I gave it away. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. We're talking about the top 5 players of next season. We're projecting. We know it's Super Bowl week, but we're gonna project. We're gonna figure out, like John said earlier, who's gonna be in the Madden 99 club, or who's gonna be maybe a future MVP going in the next season or at the end of next season. We're gonna start with you, Walt. Who you got, man? Your top 5 players for next season.
All right. Well, my 99s, who I'm giving the gold Jordan shoes to. I'm I'm gonna actually start off with the guy on my shirt, Mahomes. I think he's still gonna have a 99 next year. I mean, of course, still one of the top quarterbacks in our league right now. Not a goat, as you know, Nico would say, but he's definitely a top tier quarterback in our league right now for sure. I'm going another quarterback. I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers. I'm not really sure where he's gonna be next year. Uh, Seems like he might be looking like he might stay in Green Bay, but he's a free agent, so we'll see. How all that goes. But I mean, of course, we all know Aaron Rodgers. He's still one of the top tiers as well. I won't necessarily say he's that bad man anymore. I can't really say that anymore. But he's still definitely a top 5 quarterback for sure. My number 3, Cooper Kupp, man. I mean, leading the league in receiving yards, touchdowns, and receptions. I mean, that's the three crowns. So I mean, I definitely feel like he deserves a 99 next year in 2023 Madden. You feel me? Number 2, Aaron Donald, man. I mean, that's just one of the best defensive ends in the league right now. You feel me? And I'm even saying that over my guy from Cleveland, even though that's going to be my number 1, even though I just gave it away.
Was you about to say Mahomes?
What? No.
What was you about to say? It sounded like you was about to say Mahomes, and he caught himself.
Oh, you see how he tried to be disrespectful?
Right.
He said, my guy.
My guy. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Aaron Donald, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's definitely one of the top defensive. Yeah, I can't stand Nico, man. I cannot stand Nico. But yeah, man, he's going into the Super Bowl hot right now. I actually hope that he can actually get him a Super Bowl this upcoming weekend. So, but my number 1, you already know I got to represent CLE all day. Myles Garrett, you know what I'm saying? Number 95, my boy. That's always going to be my number 1 all day, every day. But just y'all already know how he gets down, man. Sack he's behind Aaron Donald. I hate to say it, but I mean that's my boy, man. Myles Garrett, that's all day. But they're my top 5. So John, why don't you holler at him?
All right, so I got some honorable mentions. I think Rodgers and Watson, Deshaun Watson, that is. That might surprise some of y'all. I think he's still like a 95 to 98 player. And then of course John Taylor. I think he deserves to be up there. Chubb, Dalvin Cook if they're healthy. Dalvin Cook, and then Darius Leonard, T.J. Watt. He might be a 99, but I put him in 98 still. And then, but here's my 5. Patrick Mahomes.
Wait. Hold on.
Those are honorable mentions, man. Like these. Honorable mentions, but these are my 5. These are my 5.
I'm like, wait, that's kind of more than 5.
Yeah, no. These are my 5. I got number 1, Aaron Donald. He's the number 1 player in the league, hands down. He's a game wrecker. They sometimes have to triple team this guy. It's not a fluke that he's in the Super Bowl for the second time. This guy's definitely number 1 player.
In 3 years, right? Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2. I got Patrick Mahomes. I know he blew this last game, but I don't know. I don't see him giving up a 21 point lead again. I don't 18 point, I guess, but
he only do it when he plays Cincinnati.
Dude's
crazy.
Dude is what 8-0, except when he's playing Brady or Steve.
No, he ain't never been up. Has he? Maybe
he's 8-0 in the playoffs unless he's playing Brady or Joe Burrow, apparently. So, But
Well,
there's a lot of comparisons to Brady in his second year, Joe Burrow doing all this stuff, whatever, coming in under the radar and all that stuff. So there's a lot of comparisons there. But number three, hands down, Derrick Henry. Listen, I love Chubb. I love what Jonathan Taylor did. But Derrick Henry, man, like when I say like they gotta sometimes triple team Aaron Donald, like if Derrick Henry's on the field, teams are almost always putting just loading the box because like even if he has 20 carries for 60 yards, like it still has a huge impact on the game. And then number four, man, Justin Tucker. I truly believe Justin Tucker is the fourth best player in this league. He has to be a 99. He broke a huge NFL record. And then also the Ravens had 9 games decided by a field goal or less, 12 games decided by 6 points or less. Like, you know what the difference was those games they lost? Instead of lining up Justin Tucker, a lot of those games, and having him kick the ball from 31, 28, whatever it was, they went for it on fourth down and didn't get it. I mean, the Packers game, they had that one on. There were multiple games that this is easily a playoff team if they just put Justin Tucker out there. He's definitely number 4. And then number 5, I'm gonna say Cooper Kupp. The only other honorable mention I didn't put up here because I actually think this guy could pass Cooper Kupp next year, but he's not that guy yet, just because of what Cooper Kupp did, is Justin Jefferson, man. Justin Jefferson, if I'm starting a team and I want a receiver right now, I'm kind of tempted to take Jefferson over Kupp, even after the year he just had. I no shot at Kupp. I mean, Jefferson's just that good. But, I got to leave Kupp there at the number 5 spot because of the year he had. So that's my 5. Mahomes, Henry, Kupp, Donald, and Justin Tucker.
A kicker.
That's it.
He's got to be a 99, man. He's got to be. You can't.
But you make a great point. Justin Tucker's probably next to Adam Vinatieri or Robbie Gold, a top tier kicker. Like when the game is on the line, you might as well just go ahead and start packing. Because, he rarely missed. Look at that game when they had in Detroit. He like a 64-yard field goal or something crazy.
Yeah,
Detroit lost that they didn't think, they like.
I mean, they would have been in the playoffs if they would have dragged him out on the field for those other 2 games instead of going for on fourth down. They would have been a playoff team. So, but yeah, when you have again 9 games decided by a field goal or less, I'd say he's quite crucial player to that team. Easily a 99 for me. What you got, Nico?
Okay, guys. I've been thinking about this all day. Because, you got a lot of greats, but I think 5 players. I'm going to go Mad 99 and also MVP candidates. I'm going to go number 5, Josh Allen. I think he's going to put the Bills on his back after, the way he went out. Hopefully they can shore up that defense. Because, he's arrived. Let's just be honest. He went toe-to-toe with Pat Mahomes, and then it took an overtime where he didn't get a chance to get the ball back for them to lose.
Yeah, do that in just his second year. That's pretty impressive.
Right. Is it his second year?
I think it's second, third year.
Okay. All right. He's still young in his career, and I think, he's going to be a problem. And
I think he just finished up because he came in 1 year after Mahomes, I think, right? Or 2. So this is either his third year as a starter, I think, then maybe 4th total. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, my bad.
But I think, and that AFC East is going to be them and the Patriots, but I think they have the edge with Josh Allen. My next guy, I'm gonna go Khalil Mack. I think Khalil Mack is gonna have, he's gonna have one of those first seasons like he had in Chicago. Injuries really, hurt him and the team in general this year. So I think he's gonna come back on a vengeance. Your boy Derrick Henry, John. That's my number 3. Injuries. That injury bug really hit him, and a lot of people said he seemed like he was a shell of himself. I think he was just trying to get his rhythm back. The first game you playing is the divisional round. It's win or go home. Um, so I'm gonna give Derrick Henry the third spot, and I think you can't go wrong with Miles Garrett. I think he's gonna continue his tear. I say Miles Garrett, and I'm gonna shock you with this one. I'm gonna say Michael Parson, two A and two B, because I think Michael Parsons, just for him to be in his first year, how quickly he got the defense, he was disruptive. If they can keep a lot of those pieces, Dallas could be a top three defense next year. Now it remains to see about not Stephon Diggs, but Trayvon Diggs. I think teams are still gonna try him because although he had 11 interceptions, he also gave up the most receiving yards. So, if he really learns how to be a corner like a Darrell Revis, just take away a whole side of the field, I think Dallas can be dangerous. And my number one, I think Pat, man. Pat Mahomes, the way they went out, you don't score a touchdown in the second half after scoring three in the first half. And then, you just went out bad. Your last pass of the season was an interception. Last pass of the season, you throw double coverage to Tariq Hill, interception. They lose. Defense didn't do what they needed to do. So I think he's going to come out on a tear. It's the NFL is scary, Nick.
Your list is more of a comeback player of the year type of a list. These are
No,
like,
well,
but I'm just saying, like, these are guys who really, could have. Because I'm thinking about it, like Khalil Mack, I do believe he's going to have a comeback year, like Robert Quinn just had. But
yeah,
will he be, top player in the league? 99? I don't know, but I do believe he's going to have a comeback year. I agree with you on that.
because I think with the Bears, if they, depending on what defense they play, but I think if they play that 4-3, you just tell Khalil and Robert, hey, go. Don't worry about covering and dropping back. I think the Bears, both of them on as the ends, and then you got Eddie Goldman and Hakeem Nicks, hopefully in the middle. You gotta leave you're gonna have to leave your tackles with one on one. And it's like, look, you just gotta do what you gotta do. If you
Hey,
gotta hold him, just do whatever.
who's the older guy on the Bears line? Who am I thinking of?
Hakeem Nicks
Like
is probably
39.
Eddie Jackson.
No, on the offensive line. Offensive line.
Oh, you
the
said
old guy on the offensive line.
he's
Yeah,
39.
he's 39. He just
Oh, you talking about Jason Peters?
Yeah, Jason
Oh.
Peters. So I like stories like Robert Quinn and that, like the guys who see their career come back. I remember Jared Allen had that, where he was off for a couple of years and then came back and had a really good. But it's been really cool. I don't know if it's been talked about enough. This is totally off subject, but Jason Peters and Andrew Whitworth, the guy from the Rams, them dudes are 39 and 40 years old playing one of the toughest positions. Like
Yeah.
all the top 10, 20 players are all oldest players are all quarterbacks, punters, and kickers. And then you got two offensive linemen in that list at
Yeah.
39 and 40 years old. Like, kudos to what they're doing. I want to give a shout out to them because that's awesome, man. Like at 40 years old, this dude's playing the Super Bowl. He's one of the most physical positions in the game.
And I also say too, as far as the Bears go, I would try to keep Jason Peters for the tackles. Train him up. Because Jason Peters, let's be honest. He played in a division where you saw DeMarcus Ware twice a year, Michael Strahan.
Well, I don't want to get off on a Bears episode. Because we're about to do that here in a second. Well, maybe.
No, I'm just saying. I think he's gonna be a good.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I just but I just want to give a shout out to the top players, and then of course the old guys getting it done still, and then comeback players. But yeah, your list sounds a lot more like other than Mahomes, obviously not a comeback, but yeah, it sounds more like a comeback player of the year.
Josh Allen's not really on a comeback.
But like more like redemption, I guess you were saying.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys who would have redeemed themselves. I like that. We all kind of came at it from a different angle. I like that.
Yeah.